We've all had that dream, you know the one. You're cleaning out the attic or maybe digging through a dusty box at a garage sale, and you find something. It looks cool, maybe a little quirky, but ultimately you assume it's junk. Then fast forward to a sunny afternoon on the lawn of a stately home. You're standing in front of an expert on Antiques Roadshow. The cameras are rolling. The crowd leans in. And suddenly that piece of junk pays off your mortgage. For most of us, it remains a fantasy. But for one stunned guest on a recent episode, that dream became a heart-stopping reality, and her reaction is giving the entire internet goosebumps. The costume piece. The segment began like so many others. A lovely, unassuming woman approached the jewelry table, clutching a small item. She seemed nervous, perhaps a little embarrassed to be taking up the expert's time with what she firmly believed was a piece of costume jewelry. It was a brooch. To the untrained eye, it was pretty, sparkly, a bit floral, maybe something you'd pin to a winter coat to brighten it up. "Tell me about this piece," the expert asked, his eyes already twinkling with a secret he hadn't yet shared. The guest shrugged, smiling specifically. "Well," she began, "I actually bought this at a charity shop years ago. I think I paid, oh gosh, maybe a few pounds for it. It was in a little basket of costume bits and bobs. I just thought it was pretty." She paused, then laughed. "To be honest, it's been in my dressing table drawer for the last decade. My granddaughter used to play dress-up with it. We always assumed it was just paste and glass. Just paste and glass." Those 4 words are usually the prelude to one of 2 things on Antiques Roadshow: a gentle letdown, or a television moment that goes down in history. The expert's poker face. One of the most thrilling parts of the show is watching the experts. They are masters of suspense. They don't just blurt out, "You're rich." They build the narrative. They take you on a journey. The expert picked up the brooch, turning it slowly in the sunlight. The camera zoomed in. Even through the TV screen, you could see it catch the light in a way that didn't look like cheap glass. It had a fire to it, a life. "You mentioned you liked it because it was pretty," the expert said softly. "And you have a great eye. Because what you have here isn't costume jewelry. It isn't paste, and it certainly isn't glass." The guest blinked, a nervous smile wavering on her lips. "It isn't." "No," he continued, leaning in. "This is a piece from the late Victorian period, likely around 1890. The craftsmanship is exquisite. Look at the setting here." He pointed to the delicate metalwork holding the stones. "This is platinum. They wouldn't set glass in platinum." You could hear the guest's breath hitch. "Platinum? And these stones," the expert went on, clearly enjoying the reveal, "these aren't glass beads. These are diamonds, old cut diamonds. And that central stone? That is a sapphire. A customized unheated sapphire from Kashmir." The gasp moment. At this point the atmosphere shifted. The casual viewers at home sat up. The crowd behind the guest went silent. The guest herself looked like she might faint. "Kashmir sapphires are incredibly rare," the expert explained, his voice serious now. "They were mined for a very short period. They have this velvety, cornflower blue quality that you just don't see in modern stones. To find one of this size in this condition, it's exceptional." The guest's hands were visibly shaking now. She covered her mouth, eyes wide. I let my granddaughter play with it in the garden," she whispered, horrified and delighted all at once. "I almost threw it out when I moved house." It's the relatability that gets you. How many of us have thrown away old junk without a second thought? The idea that a fortune was sitting in a dress-up box is both terrifying and exhilarating. The number that changed everything. Then came the moment everyone was waiting for, the valuation. The expert looked at the guest kindly. "You bought this for a few pounds. You thought it was costume jewelry." "Yes," she squeaked. "If you were to bring this to auction today," he said, dragging out the suspense, conservatively, "I would expect it to fetch between—" He paused. The world held its breath. £10,000 and £15,000. The reaction was immediate and visceral. The guest didn't scream. She didn't jump up and down. She simply burst into tears. It was a raw, human moment of pure shock. "Oh my God," she sobbed, pressing her hand to her chest. "Oh my God, are you serious?" "I am very serious," the expert smiled, handing her a tissue. "It is a magnificent piece." That's life-changing," She managed to say through her tears, "I can help my daughter. I can, oh my goodness." Why we love these moments. Why do these stories go viral? Why do we click on them every single time? It's not just about the money though, let's be honest, who wouldn't want an extra £15,000 dropping out of the sky? It's about hope. It's the idea that the universe has hidden little treasures for us, just waiting to be found. It validates every time we've stopped at a yard sale, every time we've held onto a grandmother's old ring, every time we've followed our gut instinct to buy something just because it's pretty. This woman wasn't a collector. She wasn't an investor. She was just a normal person who liked a sparkly thing she found in a charity shop. She didn't buy it for profit, she bought it for joy, and in the end that joy was rewarded 1,000 times over. Could you be sitting on a gold mine? This story serves as a massive wake-up call for all of us. We live in a world of fast fashion and disposable items, so we assume everything is cheap. But history is hiding in our drawers. That weird heavy ring your aunt left you? That painting you bought at a flea market because you liked the frame? That glass vase collecting dust on the mantelpiece? Do you really know what they are? The experts say there are millions of dollars worth of antiques sitting in average homes right now, unrecognized and unvalued. So here is your mission for the day. Go to your jewelry box. Look at the junk. Check the weight. Real gold and platinum are heavy. Look for marks, tiny stamps on the back or inside of rings. Trust your gut. If it feels special, it might just be. The guest on Antiques Roadshow walked in with a toy and walked out with a treasure. She left the set wiping away tears, clutching her costume brooch a little tighter, her life a little brighter. It's the magic of the unknown, and it makes you wonder, what is hiding in your attic right now? Love this story? Share it with a friend who loves thrifting. You never know, you might just inspire the next big Antiques Roadshow discovery.